The Big Show with Night and Day. Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day from just $4.50.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon. It's the 1st of July, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Mogi and your tidy whitey, you stallion. How's life?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. What a long weekend we had, man.
Indeed.
Bloody beautiful weather it was up here in Tamaki Makaurau.
Was it?
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did you get up to on the weekend?
Oh, we can chat about that later on.
Okay.
Yeah. But I hear you had an absolute doozy.
Oh, I did. I had a ripper, actually. Thanks very much.
Yeah, good stuff. Keyzie, looking a bit green around the gills as per after a big weekend, a long weekend. How you going, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, you maggot.
Yeah, you maggot.
Oh, we're doing Maggot Monday, are we?
Yeah, text in who you'd like to nominate as a maggot to 3483. You could win a $50 Night and Day voucher.
Yes.
Hey, one of the things I wanted to ask you, actually, Keyzie, in all seriousness, you had a shocking haircut the other day. And the hairdresser said you'll grow into it over 2 weeks. How's it looking?
Well, why don't you tell me?
I'll just tell you this. I think probably 2 weeks to go.
Yeah, another 2 weeks, I reckon, Keyzie.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
It is
Like,
shocking.
I've lost all my self-confidence. You know how I'd strut around and think I was the man?
Yeah.
I don't do that as much anymore.
Yeah, not as much.
Sure.
Nah.
You still got that really weird sort of swagger when you walk in and
I
stuff.
do.
Yeah. Totally, man, totally.
Well, how are you, Jase? How's your abscess?
Look, I
The
had
one
a rough...
under your arm there.
We had a rough weekend, but we'll get into that further down the
Yeah.
line. It wasn't great. It wasn't an ideal 3-day break. Not the one I was planning on, put it that
No.
way. Hey, but let's put that to the side for the time being, because we have a hell of a show coming up. Old Gubby talking to us about the Warriors. A victory, fellas. Excited about that.
Huge game.
What else
a
have
game.
we got going on?
Well, we've got another chance for people to join us on our first ever Big Show fishing trip.
Yes.
Listen out for that. Cue to call. Get ready to call 0800 Hodaki plus the debut. And, of course, it is the first day of July, but the debut of our Bear and Pie July advert where we all acted in it.
Yeah, totally. We'll be talking about that as well, going through it with a fine-tooth comb.
That's right. In the meantime, though, text through who's a maggot in your life you'd like shout it out. 3483.
Oh, he's the Stone Temple Pilots.
Ah, it's Queens of the Stone Age. Nice try, though. You maggot.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Alison Chains there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Great to have your company if you're just joining us. It's Maggot Monday. What do we got on 3483?
That's right, the new initiative where you text it on 3483 someone in your life who is a maggot, and then we shout them out. My son Noah is a maggot.
He is a
Right.
maggot. I've
Yeah.
met Noah.
Now, fellas, I don't want to appear ignorant here. Can I have a definition of maggot, please?
Scumbag.
Okay, just not a good person, just filth.
Oh, just a scumbag, that can be a positive thing, I think.
Sure, okay.
It can?
Yeah,
Okay.
Keyzie, you're a scumbag. See?
Oh, yeah. That felt really positive. Nominating Beardy Ben for Maggot Monday for falling asleep on a pool table. What a maggot.
Oh, maggot.
Oh, look, who hasn't been there? I actually once fell asleep on a pool table with my fatus in a pocket. How was your long weekend, fellas?
Mine was bloody good, actually, mate.
Yeah.
But I understand that you had a bit of a roughie.
Look, I had a shocker, I'll be honest with you. About Wednesday, Thursday last week, I started to feel not well.
Nauseous? Woozy?
And kind of. And I was getting a very sore pain under my armpit. And my daughter at that time had been raging with some sort of filthy, sort of flu-like disease / tonsillitis. And I
You
thought,
said you had to lock her up in the shed.
yes, and I just throw food in, and then lock her in again and make sure she's got plenty of fluid.
Oh, that's good.
So she was under the weather, and then on Thursday, the old armpit was really hurting, and I sort of had a little feel under there, and she was feeling a bit bulby, and I went, oh, that's odd. Woke up on Friday morning, and there was a massive lump under my armpit and a rash going down my stomach and down my arm, a big red rash, and I went, Hoity J, you need to go and get that looked at.
Oh.
It takes a lot for you to get to that point.
It takes me to get a massive bulby bloody, what are they called? Abscess.
Do you know what's funny about this is on our YouTube channel, Pugs has started, or everything obviously, but Pugs has started uploading the occasional outro. One of them is up there. The most recent one we did was 3 weeks ago, and it was you saying you've got an infection on your shoulder.
Yes.
That was 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
And it's taken 3 weeks later an abscess growing for you to go and get it treated.
Well, the little infection I had on my shoulder was very small and it just seemed a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
And do you know how long it takes to get a doctor's appointment? It takes about 15 days. It's ridiculous.
Is that true?
And so you're just rubbing stuff on it thinking, it'll be sweet as. Anyway, long story short, massive pussy abscess. People have asked me the size. Imagine a size between a ping pong ball and a tennis ball. Under my armpit, really disgusting and foul. Also this weekend, my wife was hit by a horrendous flu-like kind of... I think she got the thing that my daughter had.
Yeah.
My daughter had tonsillitis. It was an absolutely butt-miserable long weekend for the Hoity Jase.
Was it Dobie itch?
Well, it may have started from Dobie's itch, but it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had to deal with in my life.
Right, and you've had to deal
And
with
I've
some
had to
really
deal with some pretty disgusting stuff, fellas. So I've been smashing it with penicillin.
Oh,
and
well, you
she's-
would have had some of that left over from your rootin' days.
Yeah, from my rootin' days. So that's sort of been doing the trick, and she's severely reduced. But let me just say, it was weepy.
Right. Well, I had a great matariki.
Let me just say.
You would have, if you had seen it. And just to give you an idea of how rooted my wife was over the weekend, when she went when she went to work this morning, she couldn't find her phone, and she's usually very on to it. And she looked for 10 minutes. It was in her pocket. Then she went up to the car, and I said, "Do you really think you should be going to work?" She went up to the car, came back a minute later, and I said, "What's wrong?" She had her Ugg boots on.
Yeah, I think I know what's happened here. She's caught a case of the Hoity Jase off you.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Head like a hole there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, the Warriors played over the weekend, and with that in mind, we've got ex-Warrior and legend Charlie Gubb on the line with us. And Charlie, slightly better news this weekend, mate.
Yeah, great news. What a entertaining game, eh, Hoyty? Where'd you watch it?
At home.
Yeah, nice.
In my undies on the couch.
With his abscess flopping out.
With my abscess under my armpit, Charlie.
Oh, dang.
You paint a pretty picture, brother.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, Charlie, Keyzie here, man. Hope you're well. Obviously, biggest talking point has been around who's going to be in the halves for the Warriors. Sean Johnson's now going to be out for about a month with injury. That opens up Tamati Martin, slot into halfback. Chanel Harris-Tavita at his side at 5'8", and they went on to put on one of the best sort of 5'8" and halfback performances ever. At one stage, they looked like they were going to have 5 tries between them. How do you rate their performance, man?
Yeah, it's pretty special. They got something good going on there. I'm always a massive Sean fan, but I think it's those two's position now. Even when Metcalf comes back, they're probably Sean and Metcalf might just have to bide their time in New South Wales Cup until one of them slips up or injury happens. It's a good position to be in.
Yeah, they won't have to wait too long for someone to get injured, so that's a good thing. But I think you're right. With Sean Johnson, if he's not 100% fit and taking on the line and doing all the things he was last year, then there's not much point having him in again, I don't think, for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's right. It's just one of those things. I think they've got that combination now, Tamari Martin and Chanel. The outside seem to be working a bit better. Everyone knows their role. And, yeah, to throw Sean back in now, it's almost doing him a disservice as well because he's got that pressure of what was working before.
Yeah. That's right. And the thing about Tamati Martin, Charlie, is a number of years ago, he had to medically retire from the NRL because he had a brain bleed, I think it was. He wasn't supposed to play rugby league ever again. He eventually started playing locally in the Waikato there, and now he's found his way playing halfback, and he's playing the best footy of his entire career. I had no idea he was even this capable to sort of direct a team like the Warriors around the field, as well as he has done when he's been in that halfback jersey.
Yeah, when he was I think he... guided the Cowboys to a grand final in, or the major semi. When Michael Morgan might have been out.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
he was a gun, but I guess with age, comes that maturity, and he's been in all those positions before, and it seems like he's playing almost with no pressure on him. Like, he was talking after the game, they said, "Oh, how's the pressure?" And he said that he was just having fun. He doesn't feel the pressure anymore because he's probably been on both sides where he has retired and now he's back. So it's just like, he's got nothing to lose. He doesn't feel that external pressure that us four feel.
Exactly right. Exactly.
I don't feel pressure either, Charlie. Just
in your armpit.
Even when I've got a brain bleed going on, I'm still good.
Got the doggies this weekend. What do you reckon?
Yeah, good. I reckon we're a big shot. I'm not sold on the doggies yet. They're definitely kind of tough to beat. They keep hanging around. You actually have to put the slipper in when they're down and really beat them. You just got to beat them. But I reckon we'll get them. And I seen Josh Curran come out during the week, and he said everything that Warriors are doing, they copied off Serraldo.
Right. That's fighting talk right there.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
We copied how he went last year, which was shit ass.
Yeah, exactly. Charlie, Mitch Barnett, mate, he's my new favourite Warrior as a former player in the forward pack as well. The fact that he's playing 70-plus minutes, a lot of it in the front row, he's just been an absolute asset, especially the second half of this season.
Oh, he's been massive, and you can just tell from watching him talk to the boys in the huddles and kind of his aggression, his intensity. He's got a real purpose and drive. Like he's getting everyone behind him, pretty much saying, "Follow me."
Yeah.
And from what I hear too, he calls out any BS that's going on at training or in videos. He calls out anyone. So it's I wouldn't be surprised if he gets that captaincy next year.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that Keyzie said that because I mentioned that off air about Barnett being the natural leader of the side now. He seems to have that calming effect on the younger fellas coming in and just an outstanding player.
Yeah, pretty much you just said what I just said, so well done, Hoytie.
Thanks, mate. Hey, Charlie, who's your Porter King player of the day, mate?
Well, I'm going a bit left field. I thought this guy was super impressive on the edge, and that's Adam Pompey.
Yeah.
Left centre there. Good shouts. Because Adam Pompey's, he's sort of been in and out of the squad quite a bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he was just rock solid on defence. He put a bit of shit in, and I just loved it. He ran hard lines. He kicked well. He kicked well off the tee, and yeah, I don't know. He was just super impressive to me. He's a big body, getting better and better.
Did you have a maggot of the week, man?
Maggot of the week.
For Maggot Monday, Charlie.
No, not really. I mean, I had a pretty bad top of the crumb lasagna this morning at BP, so maybe we were out the back there chucking that in.
Yeah, right. It's good. Don't forget the Porter King Player of the Week, brought to you by Porter King, your number one Portaloo specialist in the Wellington area. Thank you very much, Charlie Gubb. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me, kids. I'd like to see you boys wearing those hats, eh? Come on.
Oh, yeah, good on you, mate.
Oh, yeah, for
Hoodie
sure.
J loves it.
I'll put one on now, Charlie.
Yeah,
I won't
take
take
everything else off.
I won't take a photo because I've got a massive zit on my face at the moment as well.
But it's definitely on.
All right. Oh, I got to go. I'm busy, man.
See you, Charlie.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Gorillas there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Poor old Pugsan in Studio B really struggling with chili bowel, fellas.
He is.
He's hurting. He's sweating.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. So don't go into Studio B at the moment, just quietly between the three of us, all right?
He's flushing it out with one of our pies from Beer and Pie July.
He is,
Just got to work it through.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, I had a lovely time there on Saturday night. Went on to Shapeshifter.
Oh, sweet.
25th anniversary. Can you believe, Jase, it was 25 years ago
Unbelievable, man.
that we got the members of that band together. And what a success it's been.
Yeah, they've done well. They've done well.
Only 1,500 people in there. I think most of the times I've seen Shapeshifter, there's always about 3,000 or 5,000 or 10,000.
Usually outdoor too.
Normally outdoors,
Always
Keyzie.
outdoor.
And that was, I don't know if you know this about Town Hall. Jase,
Yeah.
you'll know this. Probably you won't, Keyzie, but it's not. It's inside.
What, like in a building?
It's like in a
fully
building.
enclosed, man.
Yeah, it is.
Like a hall.
Like a hall.
Yeah.
Like a town hall.
Like a community hall.
And what was amazing about it was incredible visuals. They had massive screens up behind the band, and the light show was pretty spectacular as well. I actually got the feeling that somebody had spiked my drink.
Right.
Wow,
right.
really?
I was going to say, because...
That was how spectacular it was.
Sure.
So I don't know who was it. Was it you guys?
Oh, it wasn't me.
No, I wasn't
Somebody
there,
did it.
man. Unfortunately, I had my.
Are you sure?
I was dealing with my abscess.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was bloody amazing. They've got some bangers. I don't know if you know that. You'll know that, Jase.
yeah, of
Keyzie,
course.
you
Well, I
won't know
wrote
that.
I wrote some of them.
Well, like which ones?
I'm not going to blow my own horn on the radio, Keyzie.
Speaking of blowing your own horn, there's a fella there that plays the saxophone, and he absolutely destroyed. I think it was the same guy that was also playing a flute. And you just think about that guy, how back in the day his parents were making him learn the flute
Yes.
and the saxophone, and he was like, oh, God. But then he walked out onto stage and absolutely destroyed. He was wearing a white T-shirt, white pants, white shoes, and a cape, and was playing the saxophone and destroying.
Are you sure he was, Mogi?
I hadn't thought about it like that.
Because yeah, right. I see.
You know what I'm
Because
saying, Keyzie?
I've never seen them play with a saxophonist before.
A saxophonist, it's pronounced.
Oh, is
Keyzie.
it?
Yeah. But yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't one. Yeah, that's entirely possible, actually. And now that I think about it, I don't think I did go to that gig.
Really?
Right.
Hang on.
So, where do you think you were?
I might have been in my lounge.
Right, okay.
Yeah, the stereo was on, I think.
And you think someone maybe spiked your drink in the lounge there?
Yeah. Then I thought
that
I was
would-
at the concert.
That'd be that kid of yours.
That will be.
You know what I mean? Maybe.
She's a bit of a prankster.
Right. Because there was actually a Shapeshifter gig on that
Bull-
night.
Bullshit.
That's weird, man.
It's pretty freaky. But if you get a chance to go and see Shapeshifter at their 25th anniversary concert last Saturday night, head along because it was, I think.
That's one hell of a review for a gig.
kind of.
Yeah. Tune.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
All right, Pie Kings.
Radio Hodaki's Beer and Pie July.
Yes, indeed. Starting today, of course, the video's been released and we'll be critiquing Keyzie's performance in that after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we want to know your suggestions for what kind of pie you want to have.
That's right. We've teamed up with our mates at Dad's Pies and we're going to create an exciting new flavour. If you would like to suggest your flavour, text the word pie to 3483. Follow the link there, fill out the entry form, and you could win $5,000. A lot of people just straight up texting in their favourite flavours of pie.
I was just going to say, Keys, you can text in if you want and give us some ideas and that, but that does not qualify you
No.
for this competition, does it?
No,
Sure.
you just have to text pie, P-I-E, to 3483. How about a pork bones and puha pie?
No, I don't think bones are a good addition to a pie.
Right.
It's like having, fish bones in there. You wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, a bit of a choking
But
factor
I think
going
you could,
on.
I think just the pork meat.
Sure.
Yeah. And
I
then,
think I've heard of that pie, though, just quietly, but without the bones.
right, and some kumara on top.
No.
No.
Oh, sorry, that was just the end of the text here. I forgot to read
Wrong.
that part.
You know, I tell you, speaking of pies, my great disappointment when I was over in Aussie, over in Tassie there, was the famous Australian scallop pie. Have you heard of that?
I've never heard of that.
That sounds foul.
That
Oh,
sounds
well, it
disgusting.
sounded bloody good to me. I'm a big fan of scallops. Very disappointing. It was basically just a curried scallop pie. Not good.
What were
What do you think
expecting?
it was going to be?
Oh, I thought it was going to be succulent, sort of crusty, sort of pie batter
Yeah.
with lovely juicy scallops and a creamy sauce.
Yes.
Mogi. But it had curry through it. It was weird.
Ah.
Oh,
And
that's
it was
a shame.
chewy too.
A bit of Dad's Pies, mate. It would have been great.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, that's true.
What about this one? Salmon and bacon.
No.
No? Is that weird?
What about an abscess pie?
Abscess pie, Hoodie J flavour. It'd be so yum. Breakfast pie, bacon, hash browns, eggs, and spaghetti. What is spaghetti?
Yeah.
Baked
That's a
beans
goodie.
in a pie, actually.
A
I'd
big
be-
breakfast pie.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Do you remember, just on my abscess, by the way, do you remember in the Game of Thrones where they're cutting off the scale on the, what was his name? Jorah
Mormont.
and they're cutting a scale off and it was all pussy? And then they did that great
Jase.
cut to someone eating a pie, a fish pie.
Jase.
What?
I just feel like we should wrap up Beer and Pie July chat and then talk about the pussy thing.
Oh, right, okay.
But that's all good. Hey, so much more coming up after 5, guys. I
Totally,
can't wait,
man. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so...
The The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Monday tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night. I was shocked, Logie. I was shocked to learn that the All Blacks are playing England this weekend.
I was also shocked.
Very much looking forward to that. Tough start to the season, tough start raises tenure, I guess, but bring it on, I say, an All Black Test match.
Well, generally you expect to have a couple of warm-ups against some, dare I say, minnows.
Yes.
I understand we've got Fiji and the US that are coming up later in the calendar, and so you'd expect to warm into the English there. Be interesting to see how we go. Keen as well.
I'm very excited to see the All Blacks under Razor, see how they perform and how they do.
Yeah, boy.
Actually, incidentally, a little bit later on the show, a bit of sports chat, because there was a bit of sporting action over the weekend.
Was that not sports chat just
No,
then?
That was just sort of...
That's just chit-chat.
General chit-chat, Keyzie.
General chit-chat, right.
Also, you'll know it's the start of Bear and Pie July, and we released the video on that. Go and have a look at it. Give us your thoughts as well, because next we're going to be doing a bit of a critique.
Yeah, if you want to see the video, you can jump on the Radio Hodaki Facebook page or on the Instagram or hodaki.co.nz if you want to see it in all of its widescreen glory.
Beautiful. In the meantime, here's Chemical Brothers.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Primal Scream there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now it is the start of Beer and Pie July. We released a video which featured all of the main characters at Radio Hodaki.
That's right. You can see it hodaki.co.nz or on any of our social channels.
Yes, exactly.
Now, this is the first time sort of all three of us have... I suppose Rocktober. I played Prince. You were
right.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
Jase, you were Keith Richards. But that was way back, and now I've done all this acting practice. You know, I really...
Yeah. Where?
Well, here on the show, because we practice all this,
the
auditions. Just looking to get you guys' feedback on how you think my performance was for those listening.
Well, before we get into that, can I just say, Hoity J, outstanding as always, mate.
Thank you.
You obviously worked on a new sort of a background for that character.
I did.
Established where he was from, what his family life was. You could really see the work had been put in, although at the same time it was effortless.
Yes, can I just say,
hang on.
Mogi...
Jase, wait.
Keyzie,
Keyzie,
please.
do you mind, man?
Now, hang on, we'll play the audio of your character so that people can hear the performance.
Oh, yes, okay.
Oh, if you have to.
So here you go.
All right, Pie Kings, give me your best new flavours.
You've got a better idea, Mogi, of Snoznobia? Oh, Keyzie.
So that's Jase. That's
Really
Jase's
good.
Viking.
Yeah. Just on your performance there, Mogi, very understated, but very powerful as a consequence.
Well-
and it just reeked of acting art. You know what I mean?
I didn't have a lot of lines in this one.
Yes.
And I just requested that it be a more physical sort of a presence. So
Sure.
I worked on the physicality of this particular Viking.
Yeah, well, here it is. Listen to the physicality in this one.
A large rat!
So good, man. And this is the thing, people think they need to say and do lots on screen.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of people didn't even know I was in that video.
Sure.
Because I was so deep into character, I was invisible.
Yes.
All they saw was the Viking.
Exactly, my friend, exactly. I just want to say, too, Pugsan.
Oh, very good.
How good, man. And once again, just...
He came in with that real brain look on his face, didn't he?
And he nailed it absolutely perfectly. Once again, I've been inundated with people interested in working with old Pugsan. Sorry, Keyzie, what were you saying?
Can I say that I thought Matt Heath, Jeremy Wells, very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And you actually missed out my best line in that.
I did.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think you edited
We didn't
out
want
the
to. We
best
didn't want
one.
to spoil it though, Jase. So you have to go see the full video.
Yeah, true.
But obviously, I'm keen to get your guys' feedback on my performance. Here it is. Here, let me just play it for you.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. Took my son out on his first ever pillage and the wee fella got a bit carried away. Good news is we found the new perfect flavour of pie, mince and cheese.
What do you reckon?
I don't believe it.
What do you mean?
I just don't believe your performance.
I thought I was really happy with it because I was practicing it. And I had to come in a bit out
And
of
you
breath.
could tell. It's like when a comedian goes on stage and they've written out all of their lines and then they just go and say it verbatim on stage. It lacked a natural quality, I felt, Mogi, anyway.
Right, because, I came in out of breath slightly. There was a bit of urgency to what I was doing.
Well, that was the only believable thing about it was your asthma. Oh, tune.
This is a tune, actually. This is
a
good. So what do you reckon? It's still a while to go, or?
You're getting there, Keyzie.
Yeah, man.
You're
Don't be,
definitely
you've
getting
got to
there.
stop being so hard on yourself. I notice
Totally,
you're
mate.
very hard on yourself with these sorts of things. I just let it go.
Yeah, okay, I'll try.
Okay.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Rage Against the Machine there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time, 24 minutes past 5 o'clock. Yeah!
I was flicking through the channels over the weekend there because old mate Donald Sutherland passed away.
Yeah, sad news that.
What did you? It was sad news.
I was a big fan of his.
Yeah, he was very, very good. And of course, he was in the film MASH. The film.
Yes.
MASH.
Was MASH a film?
MASH was a film. And then, of course, it turned into, and I found it on there, they've got like 10 seasons on Disney.
Yes, Disney.
Of the TV show.
MASH. Yeah.
MASH.
How good.
So it was bloody good. So I started cracking into that. And you wouldn't have heard of this one, Keyzie, because it's from about...
It's in the 70s, isn't it?
Oh, the 60s, yeah.
60s,
yeah. Probably the
70s?
40s. Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I've heard of MASH. I know, for example, that it was so massive that its finale was one of the most viewed events in TV history. But
I don't know about that.
I've never.
I don't know about that.
Sounds like a story to me.
But I've never actually seen.
Yeah. Well, it's a bloody good show. It's everybody used to watch it all the time, and even when it got to the reruns,
It was the biggest treat, man, in my household.
It was. So it's about this dude. And to be honest, back in the day, Keyzie, and you won't know this because of the proliferation of political correctness these days, but always a male was the star of the show.
Right,
You wouldn't have a woman back in those days, would you, Jase?
Oh, yeah, not really. Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore show.
Yeah.
So just check your sexism there, Keyzie, okay? 'Cause
Leave it at the door, buddy.
It did happen.
Will do, fellas.
So this show is about this guy, and he's a scientist, okay? MASH.
Doctor?
Dr. MASH. Yeah.
Right, okay.
But that was the name of MASH was the name of the hospital that he worked at. It was
Right,
a medical
okay.
facility.
Yeah.
And so his wife was killed tragically in a car accident, and he wants to find out a way that he can get strength and be able to protect people that are in trouble in the future, So he he does this experiment, I guess you'd call it, given he was a scientist,
right?
Where he sort of he determines that high levels of gamma radiation from sunspots contributed to subjects' increases in strength.
Yes,
and he really just right doing like experiments, wasn't it? James?
Yeah, right.
Well, and he was doing higher and higher levels of gamma radiation.
Well, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
It was dangerous. And what was even worse than that, and don't try this at home, Keyzie, he conducted an unsupervised experiment in the laboratory and bombarded himself with the gamma radiation. But the equipment had recently been recalibrated, and he wasn't aware of that. And next thing you know, he's turned into a 7-foot-tall, 330-pound, green-skinned, superhumanly strong creature driven by rage.
Yes, anything that triggered high emotion, particularly anger, triggered the transformation into that 7-foot green figure that was built like a brick shit house.
He was a big bastard.
Yeah,
so
exciting.
Let's say, Dr. Banner there is driving out of the Sky City car park at the end of a hard shift at the laboratory there.
Yeah.
And the traffic's backed up and he can't get onto the motorway.
Oh, and he starts effing and jeffing. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, this is exciting.
And then douche.
And then next thing he's throwing cars around and all sorts.
Remember the great line?
What was the great line? Oh, yeah.
Such a...
What was it?
Iconic.
Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah. Right.
It came from that.
Is it one of those things that I should definitely watch, even though it's 50, 60, 70 years ago? Do you reckon I should watch it? Like, is it good for...
Oh, it's a classic.
Okay. It is a classic.
Yeah.
It's like Country Calendar.
Yeah, right.
But with a guy with huge muscles.
Yeah, right.
Who's green.
He's green.
And what was the name of the show?
MASH.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. The Big Show's very first fishing trip. Let's check out who they've reeled in this time.
Yeah, good times. Come and join the fellas with a bit of fishing action. Ben, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, good, mate. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust?
Oh, carpet installer.
Oh, good on you, Ben.
What is he?
Carpet.
Oh, carpet. Backbone. Good
and
on
tell
you,
me,
man.
Ben, obviously you like a bit of fishing, mate? You like a bit of fishing?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Have you ever gone fishing, man?
Yeah, of course.
Good on you, mate.
Someone's got to bait the hook.
Yeah, sounds
exactly,
good to me.
mate. Hey, well, the good news for you, you're in the draw, mate, so stay on the line, and our good mate Puxan in Studio B will sort you out. Louis, you mad bastard, how's life?
It's all good, fellas. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, thanks. Mate, what do you do for a crust, Louis?
Consultant.
Consultant for what?
Oh, yeah, what do you consult on?
Environmental.
Good on you.
yeah,
Backbone. Good on you, mate.
Backbone. And you like a bit of fishing, Louis?
You can't beat chilling out with your rod out.
Yeah, there's truth
mate.
in that, actually.
You can't beat that.
That's true.
You can beat it.
Huh?
Actually, I might have to. I was just thinking, Keyzie, I might need to take you out of my kayak before we do this trip, just to give you a few pointers and stuff.
Yeah, sweet. Should we have this yarn once Louis is gone, or do you
Yeah,
want to...
well, no, I'm just saying. Louis just reminded me. Hey, Louis, you're in the draw as well, mate. So stay on the line, and we'll get Pugs to put you in the draw. All right?
Sweet, sounds good.
Good on you, Louis.
mate.
Hey, don't forget Sight Smart, their web app, they're basically the ones making this whole fishing trip possible.
Yeah.
It was their idea. We've never done a fishing trip before.
No.
If you want to help everyone stay safe at your work, Sight Smart, sign up for a free trial today, and they'll help you keep everything, basically get it all sorted for you, because it's tough.
Speaking of fishing, fellas, do you know what really gets on my goat?
What?
I'm quite fond, you won't know this about me, of watching fishing videos.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people surf casting and stuff like that. So you invest, and then they get hooked up and you go, oh, okay, I'll watch
There we
this.
go.
Because that's the excitement about fishing, is what's on the end of the line, and the pull and the drag and whatever have you. And you're going, so you invest 10 minutes of your life watching a video and they pull in a beautiful fish.
Yeah.
And they go, look at that, and they show it in front of the camera. And they go, look at that, what a magnificent beast. It's bloody extraordinary. That was a great fight. And then they let the bastard go.
Yeah.
The whole idea for me of fishing is to get something and then kill it. And then eat it.
And then throw it back.
Well, you can throw
Kill
back
it and
the
throw it
carcass.
back.
Well, you can kill it and throw it back. I prefer to eat it as well.
So it's just the killing.
But, and people think they're being very environmental and stuff, but actually that's cruel and sadistic.
Is it?
They're just playing with them, causing them agony, and then throwing them back in again. At least I kill the bastards.
What if you catch like an undersized one?
I'd definitely eat it, because they're sweet as, man.
Would you put maybe some concrete boots on a fish and then send it down to the bottom of the ocean to swim with the fishes? Would you do that?
Yeah, Jase, would you do that?
Would you do that, man?
If I had some little booties and some concrete, maybe.
concrete
maybe.
booties.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to teach them a lesson,
I still prefer to eat it, but,
Sicko.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, Everclear there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Bit of sport over the weekend. Let's get into a bit of sport chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good sport, man. Well, there was a bunch on. Probably the main thing that I watched over the weekend was UFC 303. That was on yesterday. I got my days wrong. Initially, I thought it was on bloody Saturday, guys.
Classic Mogi.
Crazy.
Idiot.
Crazy, man.
Some good fights in there. Ian Gary fought Michael Venom Page, which was a bit of a dull affair. So this fella there, Ian Gary, and he has got an interesting relationship with his wife. Do you know about this?
No.
She wrote a book on how to get a UFC fighter and make him marry you. And she wrote that book some years before she did it to this guy. She's 40 and he's about 23 or 24 or something along those lines.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
Apparently also has her ex-husband in the house living with him. There's all sorts of funny things going on there anyway. But apparently he's a really good fighter. But that one yesterday...
lover.
But the one yesterday wasn't much chop. There was a fight between a couple of women there that the doctors stopped because this woman had a gash on her forehead, Jase.
Yes.
That was so deep you could see her memories.
Ouch.
Literally.
Literally see into the past. Wow. That was a goodie. And then Diego Lopez defeated Dan Ige. Ige actually is how it was pronounced. This guy took the fight. There was meant to be two guys fighting. One of the guys dropped out because he wasn't allowed to by the doctors. On the day of the fight, this guy took the fight at 3 hours' notice. 3 hours' notice. They rang him up and said, this other guy's dropped out, come on in. How about that?
That's
Did
great.
you do that, Keyzie?
Nah.
Yeah, he got his beans.
Oh.
And then Alex Pereira, the light heavyweight champion, defeated Yuri Prochaska again, kicked his head off.
Ouch.
Clean off. Literally.
Yep.
You see the memories there too?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could.
Wow.
And that landed on Joe Rogan's lap.
Wow.
So that was pretty good. But bloody good fight, man. Alex Pereira is unbelievable.
Well, there you go.
He's a treat to watch. If you can get a hold of those highlights, fellas, get involved.
I'll try, man.
Cricket T20 World Cup final, of course, South Africa versus India. India get off to a hiss and a roar, put into bat, then lose 2 quick wickets. It was
2020.
It was 2020. It was a good tussle, actually, I think India ended up with about 171.
That's right.
And South Africa falling 7 runs short.
Oh, that's a close one. Nice to have a close final.
Yeah, it was a close final. It was a good
16
match, actually,
16 off the last over, I think.
Yes,
Something
they
like
did. Yeah, fell 7 runs short. It's a
And
tragedy for the South Africans.
Potentially the biggest disappointment about that game was that it was Kohli's last.
Yes.
And he also got man of the match.
He got 70 odd, yes.
Which I was gutted about.
He actually played very well, to be fair. But yes, his last match.
Obviously, the Warriors beat the Broncos, fellas.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
We've been over that, Keyzie.
Oh, okay.
A bit of rugby union as well.
Oh, rugby union chat.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Rugby union chat with Hoity J.
I genuinely stumbled across this. I didn't even know it was on. The Māori All Blacks versus a Japan 15.
Oh.
And it was a fantastic match. The Māori All Blacks prevailing 36-10 in the end. But what was fantastic about it, Māori All Blacks have this philosophy of attacking rugby, as does Japan. So it was a very free-flowing, entertaining game to watch. And the Māori All Blacks continuing their fine record and prevailing.
Sounds closer to rugby league, almost NRL styles.
Yeah. Was Pugsan watching it?
I don't know, actually. I haven't asked him. He's so racked with chilly bowel at the moment that I dare not say a word to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was a really good match. If you get a replay, if you go and watch a replay,
I'll try to get
of
the
it.
highlights for that, man. Yeah, that
why not?
and the
Why not?
UFC.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, I'll try to track those
Yeah,
down.
the UFC as well.
Do it, Keyzie.
In the meantime, do you want to do it, Jase? Just because it's like your job or whatever. Do you want to throw to the next song there, fella, or I mean, I can do it if you want.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Rolling Stones here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 4 minutes to 6 o'clock. Coming up after 6 o'clock, What's on the TV with Mike Minogue, and also What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Yellowweeze, Thick Crust, Monkey Porn, Fun Account. So tell us what's for tea on 3483. And remember, everyone that does that goes in the draw for a $50 night day voucher.
Don't forget, Jase, to text what you're having for tea through to 3483. Everyone that does that in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
Don't forget that, Keyzie, all right?
I actually just got a text from my wife because we got our food. We got our food box delivered today, of course, as you do. And she's looked in the box and said, "I don't want any of these."
Yum. Sounds good.
Did you pick them?
Fortunately, I made a delicious classic Hoity J
loaf.
Oh no,
soup.
I made the loaves yesterday.
Oh.
Spicy chicken soup, mate.
Oh, did you?
Because we had a roast chicken last night, of course, and I like to use a roast chicken. Your roasted garlic, your onion there, bit of paste, stock.
Can you save it for the What's for Tea New Zealand chat?
I've got a story about my food bag thingy as well, but I'm going to save that, all right?
Yeah,
Save that for tomorrow.
Yeah,
on next hour. Okay,
yeah.
All that after 6.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day.
Oh, just on night and day. Barista made coffee as low as $4.50.
Have they got baristas at work at night and day?
That's
wow.
right.
So good,
wow.
man. They got
That's
everything
right.
at night and
Wow.
day, Mogi.
And don't forget, get the coffee card there. Every 6th coffee will be free.
Now, the podcast outro, by the way, which is a bonus podcast we do outside of the radio show, we actually had a title for it today, but I can't remember what it was.
The Pass Special.
Pass and something special.
It was discussing your abscess under your arm, which is the size of a watermelon, and also Pugs had the hottest
Chili Nuss.
Chili Nuss. He had the hottest meal of his life yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's a wee clip
I
of...
feel like there was something sex related in there too. But I could be wrong. Never mind.
There usually is. Here's a clip of today's potty, though. Me and Pug's son went out for lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
So we went to this chicken joint, which is the best burgers you'll ever have. People will be like, oh, yeah.
Where's that?
Panmure.
I'm not going to Panmure for a pet.
Keyzie. Hell, man, what are you telling us about this for?
That's bloody
You think
miles
Jason's going
away.
to Panmure,
I
man?
hate Panmure.
Ah, Keyzie.
I reckon you'd like it, though. Such a good clip, guys. Are you pretty happy with that?
I do hate Panmure, by the way.
Why?
Oh, because I used to live out that way, and it's just really annoying and busy.
Yeah,
And their
right.
chicken burgers suck.
The point of the story wasn't even me suggesting you to go. In fact, I don't want you to go there.
I'm going to go and try it just because.
All you do is ask me where I've gone for dinner, copy me, and then diss it.
Yeah. Well, we've got another one.
But apparently, Mogi, Pugsan had the hottest chicken burger he's ever had in his life.
Yeah, that's
Thus
right.
the massive chili barrel today.
Yes.
That's right. If you want to listen to that, sounds great. Then just search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts from. We do it daily. Bonus content, that and a highlights package of the show come out every day, 7:30, excluding weekends.
Good stuff. Hey, send those texts, by the way. What's for Tea New Zealand
yeah.
with me, Keyzie.
3483. You can win yourself a $50 night and day voucher.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Red hot chili peppers there on the radio, Hodaki. But right now it's time for...
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Text here from Steve. What's for tea, New Zealand? With me, Keyzie.
Yellow Wheeze, thick crust, monkey porn, fun account.
By the way, you said on the radio Hodaki, you didn't say Big Show.
On the radio.
So just need to remind everyone that it's actually specifically the Big Show right now.
I don't know how we came up with that name anyway.
Big Show.
What's Matt and Jerry's show called?
The Matt and Jerry Show.
Ah, it's got a ring to it.
Do you think we should be called that?
The Matt and Jerry Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Drive.
let's raise that.
Yeah, we should.
But anyway, getting back to the topic at hand,
Oh,
fellas.
no, well, I was just going to talk to you about my food bag.
Yes.
My wife didn't do the, on the Sunday you have to do you have to pick your recipes, etc., etc. You won't know that, Keyzie. So she didn't do it, and we've had all the food turn up, and we've got 2 steaks, some chicken, and it might actually be pork mince.
Oh,
Yeah.
win. What a win.
Yeah, but I don't, as you know, I don't eat that. I don't eat that stuff.
No, yeah. Nah.
Well, the truth is we don't eat meat at home.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, so if it's out, it's okay.
If we're out and about, then it's just a bit easier. So, so anyway, I'll just have to eat all that, won't I? Gutted.
Heaps of texts coming in here on 3483. G'day.
Yeah, right.
G'day, Backbones. James here.
Oh, my God.
Kavanagh.
Yeah. G'day, fellas. James Kavanagh? Kavanagh here. Stuffed countdown beef sausages with grated cheese and diced capsicum with veggies.
Puke.
That sounds amazing.
No, it doesn't.
What the hell is that?
Stuffed countdown beef sausages. I like how we've got the supermarket that it came from. That's good.
Their sausages are
grated
good.
cheese, I've never...
On what? On the sausages?
It sounds like it. Diced capsicum with veggies. Now, can somebody tell me the difference between... A veggie and capsicum?
Well, I think
is that just not one of the vegetables?
They're just taking the piss, surely.
I think roast veg. I think they just sent in an innocent dinner text.
James Kavanagh, God.
G'day, fellas. Harry here.
Littman.
Balls.
Harry Balls here.
Got him.
Harry Balls. That's great. G'day, fellas. Harry Balls here. Pulled pork and black bean Turkish style kebabs tonight.
I'm getting a bit over the whole pulled pork phenomenon.
It's not a phenomenon. It's just a way of
it's
eating
just pork that's been ripped apart.
I agree. I agree.
Just get over it.
It is a weird thing.
It's like smashed avocados. It's just a squashed avocado.
What?
It's just a smashed avocado.
So you're trying to impress us with your fancy foods, Keyzie.
It's like grated cheese. It's just cheese that's been grated.
Yeah, actually, amen, brother.
It's like diced capsicum.
It's just capsicum that's been diced.
Yeah. G'day, fellas. This is from...
Can't you read? Just read it.
Sorry, it's a spelling mistake, so it was quite hard to
Well,
read.
they misspelt their own name.
Yeah, they did. G'day, fellas. Tanya here.
Oh, my God. Tanya Wilcox from the Silver Ferns. Wow.
That is who I think it's Tanya Wilcox.
You sure it's not that Tanya woman who was the ice skater?
Oh, yeah, Tanya Harding.
Yeah,
it's probably
Oh,
her.
Tanya.
No,
Oh,
Tanya.
no, Tanya.
Oh. G'day. Toad in the hole tonight with mash and veggies. What's that?
We're not sending through sicko sex stuff,
No,
are
what's
we?
Toad in the hole? That's a meal, isn't it?
That's filth.
It's
Is it?
like
Yeah.
isn't it like a saucy inserted in a muffin?
Is it actually?
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, in excess there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday evening. Let's have some TV chat. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue? How many people across the country do you think were joining in then?
All of them.
All of them? Every
Yeah,
listener?
yeah,
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone listens to that gets annoyed by it and turns it
Oh,
off?
everybody.
No, I couldn't imagine anyone
I
being annoyed by
can't-
that.
I cannot remember how that started or why that started.
Neither.
It started by you going, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Almost.
Oh, it's good stuff.
But
But
as
part
we-
of the reason it's so popular.
Yeah, no doubt.
But we are reading into quality TV chat. And
Oh, that's true.
I had my wife's, my mother-in-law actually, with her mother, came to stay. And it really limits the stuff you can view because
I'm hearing
no
you.
effing and jeffing, no violence,
No nudity.
no sex scenes,
Yeah.
no nudity, none of the good stuff. So we ended up watching a movie called Fisherman's Friends. Fisherman's Friends, and I can't remember what it's on. And it was it's a true story of a bunch of guys in Cornwall who are fishermen, but they also sing sea shanties.
Oh, I know the one.
And they get signed to a £1 million record deal.
Yes.
But they refuse to go on tour. They just keep fishing, and they only go on tour when they're not fishing. And I left after about 40 minutes because it was real feel-good bullshit.
Way up she rises.
Like that, but not as good.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. The funny thing about it was you couldn't work out why anyone would want to sign them. Because I don't think maybe they weren't using the right music or something like that. I don't know. But my mother-in-law loved it, and my sister-in-law loved it as well. They had a good cry apparently, while I had a good sleep.
Yeah, it sounds like the sort of thing my wife would like.
Right.
My wife.
And your wife, Keyzie, probably.
Your wife.
Yes, actually, your Keyzie as well, wife.
Totally.
Interesting that you talk about your mother-in-law staying.
Mother-in-law?
And mother-in-law staying.
I call her
and-
mother-in-law.
And really limiting your options. Because when my mother-in-law stays, we watch nothing but sex scenes.
Right.
Mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law and I, yeah.
Right.
Well, is she wearing the lingerie you bought her for Christmas?
Oh, she might be, but she's got stuff on top of that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah.
You.
What were you saying, Jase?
My God. I watched, speaking of hot, speaking of spicy, I watched I Am Celine Dion.
Oh, how was that?
So good, man.
Because she's got locked-in syndrome now, eh?
Yeah.
Or she's got stiff body syndrome.
Well,
really?
She is
Yeah.
an amazing woman. She is actually genuinely amazing.
Right.
And what a voice, Keyzie. What a voice.
Not anymore.
Totally.
Actually, you should watch that, Keyzie. You and
You'd
your
love
wife, you'd
that.
like that.
Shall I watch with my wife
Yeah, your
or my
wife.
mother-in-law?
Your mother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I made a misstep early in this.
Jase.
Are we just going
Jase.
to bang on about it for the next 10 minutes?
I
We've only-
watched Country Calendar,
Yeah.
the most recent episode about a guy who
Country calendar.
down in Invercargill there who grew Swedes during the tough times, and they kept his farm afloat.
Nice Swedes, man.
Big Swedes are big. You see how
Yeah.
big a Swede is? I was picturing it like the size of Hoodie J's
Hoodie
abscess
J's abscess,
under
yeah.
his arm, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually more like the size of sort of a small watermelon.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet as.
Which is the size of the abscess under the other arm.
Very nice, Mogi. Sweet as.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, your mother-in-law would love that joke, Jase.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed. Bush there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon.
Kings. Radio Horaki's Beer and Pie July.
You like bush, eh?
Yeah, I do. Do
I
you,
don't like.
Keyzie?
I don't like it.
No?
Better off without it.
No.
What?
do you mean? It's a band, man.
No,
It's a
they're
band,
great. Yeah, they're
fool.
great.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys heard about? Beer and Pie July?
Oh, Keyzie.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. Beer and Pie July. Yeah,
I love it.
I tell you what, mate, as always on Radio Hodaki, it's going off, and the people are getting involved, Mogi.
Are they?
Yes,
What are they doing, Jase?
Oh, they're giving us all their ideas for the pie flavours that they think would really work well.
That's right. We've teamed up with Dad's Pies, and we're
Yeah,
actually
the
going
best pies in the world.
They bloody are.
Well, I had a buffalo chicken one before. Beautiful.
Only one better than Dad's Pies is probably Mother-in-law Pies.
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 Dad's
What's a pie?
prize.
Keyzie, man. If you're going to do this, you got to do it right, all right?
Yeah,
What Jay, can you take this one
it's
over,
my
mate?
bad. Yeah, Jase, take over for me there, would you, fella?
Well, no, you got to get back on the horse,
Oh,
Keyzie.
that's true, actually. I forgot about that,
If you've
Jase.
humiliated yourself, get back on the horse.
Well, I feel like you should take over.
Keyzie, get back on the horse.
I just don't want people to think that you don't know what's going on.
I know exactly what's going on,
All right.
mate.
You're ballsing up this liner. That's what's going on.
Thank you, Mogi.
Text pie to 3483. All right,
Yeah,
follow the
yeah.
link, fill
and
out
there's
the
an
form.
entry form there, Jase, all right?
Suggest which pie flavour we should team up and make with Dad's Pies, and you could win $5,000. All right.
Now, can I just say, Keyzie, just to interrupt you here,
Yeah.
brother, it could be a sweet pie, a savoury pie, spicy.
Yes.
Even a tart. You like a tart, don't you, Jase?
I'm fond of a tart, yes.
So pretty bloody exciting. And once again, man, Radio Hodaki just chucking around the cash willy-nilly, if I could put it that way. You
Mate.
like willy-nilly, eh?
Yeah,
We're
man.
almost becoming a bank. You know what
We
I mean?
are.
What do you mean?
Well, we're just giving out cash all the time.
Just like a bank.
Yeah, just like banks do.
Yeah.
That's right. So text the word pie. Text the word pie to 3483. Fill out the form, and you can win $5,000. So good.
What would be an example of a pie flavour, though? You guys got anything?
Macaroni cheese.
Oh, that's one. That is one. That is an idea.
Yeah. Pizza pie.
Ooh,
Like
that's good, man.
pepperoni.
Cheeseburger pie.
Cheeseburger pie would be great.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Hey, butter chicken.
That's already a flavour.
Mince and cheese.
No, that's already...
The Horaki Big Show podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Monday show done and dusted. Early night for you tonight, Mogi, I'm picking.
It will be a bit of an early night tonight, mate, and pretty stoked about that. I've been having the fire around at my joint, so I'll get home. The fire won't be on, of course, and I'll get the fire going, and I'm really enjoying it.
As I say many times, I love a fire.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed by them. I could spend my whole day lighting fires.
You love them so much you had it ripped out of your house and replaced with a heat pump.
Well, that's only because it was poked and it was going to cost me $8,000 to get another one. And I went, nah.
What about all that dog squad money you got?
Yeah, the dog squad money. Yeah. What are you up to, Keyzie?
Tonight, nothing actually. Just going to go home, have dinner with my wife. And
Pork mince?
Oh, yeah, true.
we had that last night, pork mince tacos. And they were delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Just chilling, watch some TV. She'll go to bed. I'll play PlayStation. Maybe even go online with Pug-san.
Puggy-san. I'm a bit worried about you guys.
Yes.
You're hanging out on the weekends, you're hanging out at work, you're hanging out online in the evenings. I'm beginning to suspect something's going on.
Well, especially when they're watching monkey porn together. I mean, don't bring him into your filth.
Jase, I am not the one that watches monkey porn. It's Pug-san, all right?
Anyway.
What are you doing tonight? Just you, your wife, and your abscess?
And my tonsillitis daughter.
It's your abscesses term with the remote, eh?
I think so, yes. I think so. So, what I might do is go home, take my shirt off, stare at my abscess, and then have some macaroni cheese.
Yum. Sounds so good.
How much time have you spent over the weekend just having a look at it in the mirror?
Honestly, I can't bear to look at it.
Right.
So very little.
Yeah.
Very little. In fact, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't want to look at this.
Isn't it weird? That
So
freaks you out,
yeah.
but you'll happily watch crap loads of horse porn.
All
What's
right.
that?
We're going to call it now. That's the end of the show. Thanks for taking the time to listen. Check out all our podcasts. Check out our Instagram account. Till tomorrow. See you later.
Bye.